Hello, I'm Kano from Liquipedia, and today I'll show you how to update matches for the Apex Legends wiki on the new Battle Royale tables. So, first thing first, make sure you're logged in if you want to edit the wiki. You can check top right if it shows your username you're logged in. If not, you can log in through the login button here. Or if you don't have an account, create one first. So let's first off head into a recent match that happened, and we can see how the BR table should look like filled out. So this is a series that went on for 10 games. You can navigate through it. As you see, these are the new tables. So if I want to see what the code behind this looks like, I can press edit here, and it will show me everything for this specific set. So it starts off with, this one uses a bracket format, which is a bit confusing if you're not used to how the brackets work on other wikis, but this is just a grand finals basically. The ID here is specific to this match, so every match that you create on this wiki will have a unique match ID, which we can use in different places later on. So, further explaining, this is round 1, match 1, which is the whole series. This is set to finish as true since the series has ended. You will see P kill is 1. This means that every kill point entered is worth 1 point. You can set this to, let's say, a kill is worth 5 points, you can set it to 5. And then P1 stands for placement 1, placement 2, placement 3, etc. So if this is set to 12, that means that a victory, like a first place in a match, gives you 12 points, second place gives you 9, and so forth. This is a special match point format, so match point is set to 50 here, which means if a team meets match point and is 50 points, they're eligible for something, in this case winning, which will also be shown in the table. After that, it's the Twitch parameters, YouTube, and setting backgrounds. For match point, it's a bit weird, but if like a team is advancing up or down, you can set this here as well. After that, you'll see that every map that's being played is its own detailed section, which features the date and starting time. This is done in a CST, which is a time zone. Let's say you're in another time zone, like NA, you can enter PDT, EDT. So you're in Britain, you can do BST, everything basically goes, as long as you know the acronym. You can see the map is set as finished, so it's happened already, and the map plate was World's Edge. A VOD has been entered with the timestamp, so that if you want to click on the icon, it gives you the right time of the match. And that's basically just all the game information for each map. After that, you will see the lists of teams in the lobby. So opponent 1 was not Moist, opponent 2 is TSM, and every M1, M2, M3 is every match or map that's been played. So to know is like, if this is match 1, and this is the same for each team, you can then enter MS, which is match score. After the first pipe here, you enter the placement, so Moist in this place got 7 plays during this match. After the pipe, so the second part, is the amount of kills, so that 3 kills total. And that you do that for every match, so match 2, 4-4, match 3, 4-9. It's a bit, if you don't know it, it's a bit hard, but if you get used to it, it's pretty fairly to add. And you do the same for every team. So yeah, if we again show preview, you can see, for example, match 1 was indeed for not Moist, 7-3, 4-4, and so forth. You can also see it in the individual games where it's entered. You can see that, oh, they have this many points, they play 7, 3 placement points, 3 kill points, which all lines up. So going into an empty page, this one is using a group stage, which is a bit different than a bracket. As you can see, it will show you match list here. It still uses an ID, and you can set header titles, so example A versus C. Again, you'll see the same scoring system set up, YouTube links, and we don't know the map in this case. So that's still to be filled out. So you could enter World's Edge here, for example, and say the next map would be Storm Point. Everything can be set up here. Again, this time is in Korea, so it's KST. And you see X dice. So as I can show again, hitting show preview. Currently it's empty. We don't have the results yet. But let's say this match was happening, I would fill out X dice just won the match with 10 kills. And Neko Punch was second with 12 kills. And so forth. You don't have to do this like in order. Obviously, like they could be 20th with 0, 19th with 1. And if I hit show preview, you can see that the scores have been entered. So in this case, third, 40 kills. That is a lot of kills, but it automatically will sort the teams based on points, it will do all of the math automatically, basically. You just have to enter the placement and the kills. So let's say match 2 happened, same thing. It will automatically, let's say we keep these 100, so that means it should probably be first by now. You can see that they move up to 112 total points. Just to make sure if the map did actually hit finish, you can set finish is true. Again, show preview. You can then see that it's checkmarked, these games. So this series is still ongoing, or technically it's waiting to go live, which has a different icon, but that's automatically. If you set it to true for the whole series, it gives a check mark. Also to know, let's say, so I explained a bit ago, the BG to set the backgrounds. If I say 1 to 10 goes, or 1 to 2 goes up, comma, 2 and 3 to 4 is down. So the first 2 teams go up in the next bracket stage and the other 2 teams are eliminated. If this is not set to true, it will show you these icons, so the up arrows and the skull to show eliminated. So that indicates like, oh, this is happening. But if this is set to finish this true, it will also color in these fields. So it's confirmed that they're out or up. So yeah, that's how you update matches. Generally, what people do is like, if you're live covering a match, you can, as a team is eliminated, you can fill out their placement for every subsequent like team that goes out live during the match, and at the end of the match you can enter the kills. Or if you know how many kills they had while they were eliminated, typically if a team goes out last, like 20-0, you can enter it, which saves you a bit of time if the match is over, because that's what other people do. You wait until the match is over and then you fill out the whole match. Sometimes you come in very late and the whole series has already happened, which means you have to fill out every match by itself. But that's just how Battle Royale sadly is. Let's say you want to create a new table. There's these 2 pages we have to create match lists or brackets. So for the matches, you can say like, how many matches or tables will you need. So for example, this one uses 6. You can say, hey, I want to have 6 tables. In this case, let's say they have only 10 teams playing in them, and each set will have 10 games. And you hit run query, and it will give you a copy paste of the match list with all of the games here to add, which you can then later fill out. So as you can see here, team opponents left over. Here is where you would fill in the team and then enter each result of each map. Similar works for bracket. If you don't know how the bracket system works, it's a bit complicated, but this would give you 2 SE, or 2 will give you a finals lobby, so grand finals. And the same thing here happens. You get 10 matches. Let's say I do 4 SE, it gives me a semi-finals. So there's 2 lobbies that lead into a grand finals. You can play around with this. I will probably provide links in the description to these 2, and that should allow you to also create brackets from the start. Similar, you fill out the date, map, all that good stuff, and that's basically just how you update BR matches. It can be a bit tedious, but it will help out a lot of people. If you have any further questions, please hit us up in the Liquipedia Discord. Anyone will always want to answer your questions if you want to contribute, and hope to see you editing.